Let's pay homage to our lineage root guru and the rituals of the altar. First to root guru and all Buddhas. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize full prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth head bow. Now we are inviting the primary supplicants for this Homa to please come forward and present the offering of Hatha to the lineage root guru as a symbol of the highest honor.
们以热烈的掌声感谢师尊的赐福。恭请圣尊加持摊位佛具供品。感谢师尊，恭请圣尊生护魔法座。
Inviting His Holiness to take the Homa seat. Inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicant. Now let's give a round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this Ragaraja Homa fire offering ceremony. We would also like to welcome our Myoo, all the Dharma Masters reference, our distinguished guests, and all participants from all over the world. Ragaraja Homa fire offering ceremony has now begun. Visualize true Buddha lineage, Namo Vairocana Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster as all Buddhas Bodhisattvas sitting on top of our heads, radiating light to bless us. Recite the Guru mantra. Purification mantras. This is an invocation mantra. We sincerely invoke our lineage root Guru, the White Mahapadmakumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Our lineage root Guru, the White Mahapadmakumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. Our lineage root Guru, the White Mahapadmakumara, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian-Sheng. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa, Namo Ragaraja, the main deity of Homa, Namo Ragaraja, the main deity of Homa, Namo Ragaraja. We sincerely invoke Namo Yamantaka, Akala, the four heavenly kings, Golden Mother of the primordial Chedpon, Sima Bodhisattva, Rainbow temples, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the Tantric Order, at the Seattle Temple, at the abode of the Southern Mountain, and at the True Buddha Seattle Chapter. Rainbow temples, mountain god, earth god, plant god, wind god, water god, heavenly fire god, dragon gods, all divinities as well as the city god, to please descend and bless this Homa. Create homage using visualization, first to root Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Great mandala offering, form the offering mudra. Visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole space. Make the offering above to the lineage root Guru, the main deity of Homa, Ragaraja, and all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, in the middle to all heavenly beings, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, four continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and marriage purge our karma to all of our civilization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, Buddha Jewel, Dhamma Jewel, and Sangha Jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye. Namo Gurupe, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sanghaye. Armor protection. Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Inviting His Holiness to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness to set ceremonial demarcation and to bless the registration forms and all the offerings. Inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the fire pit and to set ceremonial demarcation around it. Inviting His Holiness to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, to perform mudra transformations for purification, enrichment, magnetization, subjugation, and purge deliverance. The assembly will be reciting the heart mantra of the main deity of Homa today, Ragaraja.
Home,
Recite heart mantras of the eight principal deity and incarnate Buddha Amitabha.
Hom Guru Bei Aha Sasamaha Lian-Sheng Siti Hom Deyata Om Bekasaya Bekasaya Maha Bekasaya Raja Samo Hyadereya Soha Namo 36万亿1119500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿1119500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿1119500同名同号阿弥陀佛。回向，愿同念佛者同生极乐。
May Allah uphold the Buddha, ascend to the rampart most mercy, paying for full generosities from above, aiding those in the three realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death. Like the Buddha, may we liberate all. Dedicate the merit of this ceremony to our Ling Guru. May you stay healthy, live a long life, continually stay the Saha world to turn the Dharma wheel. Inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Ragaraja. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Ragaraja. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Ragaraja. We pray to the Ragaraja to guide the Bardo spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha land. By your compassionate heart, we pray to Ragaraja to bestow love and respect so that those with affinity can become united. We pray to Ragaraja to bless all participants. May their wisdom be enhanced, their provisions increased, their good fortune increased. We pray to Ragaraja by the power of the Buddha to burn the hearts of sentient beings, so may they gain purity. By the love and care of Ragaraja, may we spread Buddha Dharma widely and guide sentient beings widely and to widely deliver sentient beings. By the power of the Buddha to purify, by the power of the Buddha to shine light, by the power of the Buddha to generate warmth, by the power of the Buddha to generate light. May we benefit from our spiritual cultivation and improve our fruitions. May we be healthy. All is auspicious. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Ragaraja. May all of our prayers be granted. To the gods of the heavens, gods of the earth, may we be far from all calamities, and may all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all enemies and enmities vanish, all obstructions disappear. We say 100 syllable mantra 3 times.
Sawa karma sutame chitamu siriran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mancha petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya petsa sato tenupadika tetso me pawa sutto kayu me pawa sopo kayu me pawa anurato me pawa sawa siri me burayata sawa karma sutame chitamu siriran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mancha petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe om petsa sato samaya manupanaya petsa sato tenupadika tetso me pawa sutto kayu me pawa sopo kayu me pawa anurato me pawa sawa siri me burayata sawa karma sutame chitamu siriran guru hom ha 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 Bhagavan sawa tathagata petsamami mancha petsapawa mahasamaya sato ahom pe
Perform great homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for procession and ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for procession and ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for procession and ground, release the mudra. Fourth and down. Is that completion mantra? Now, stand up and together we are inviting His Holiness to take the Dharma teaching seat. Please be seated. Once again, let's applaud to show our gratitude to His Holiness for presiding over this Homa fire offering ceremony. Prior to the Dharma teaching, we have the wedding ritual, and I would like to invite His Holiness to perform the wedding blessings. Inviting the newlywed couple to come forward. Please pay homage to the lineage root Guru and the three jewels of the altar. Please kneel down. Inviting His Holiness to say a few Dharma words and to perform the wedding ritual. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to the Buddhas of the 3 times in the 10 directions and all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Let's pay homage to the main deity of Homa today, Ragaraja. we pray to Ragaraja to shine bright light and bless the wedding couple, the bride and the groom. And one is called Harry, and the other one is Shen. So with the affinity, they meet from many miles away. One lives in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, and the other one has been living in Vancouver, Canada. Quite a great distance. But they knew each other for a very long time, a long time ago. At a sea fair in Seattle one time, I took everybody to participate in the street fair. And at lunch, someone invited us, maybe Winnie or someone, and I was seated on the main table, and several of them were seated separately. And Harry and Shen were sitting together. I saw them clearly. So at that time, they already have interaction. That's normal. And then Shen said that she's going to Vancouver for a short trip. And Harry said, well, why don't you stay at my home? And who knows, with that one stay, now they become family. Actually, 3 of them went together. But Shen had a closer affinity with Harry. And then they were dating. And then the second, when she visited Seattle, also went to your place to stay, right? The second time? I can't hear what you said. It's okay. You can just talk, speak softly with each other. And then when I was in Taiwan, and there was a sunny line dance performance, and I asked Shen, where will you go in the future? And she replied that Harry bought a ticket for her, and she was going to Vancouver for a month. So she would disappear from the line dance for a month. And then she reappeared a month later. And then I heard the news that they were getting married. Of course, I'm very pleased. Was I the matchmaker? Not really, because they got to know each other by themselves. They were seated together at that restaurant. That's also good. That's the affinity of 3 lifetimes. There is a movie now called The 10 Miles of Peach Blossoms, or The Eternal Life, Eternal Love. So it's a family of the gods. So here we pray to Sakyamuni Buddha, the fundamental teacher, Ragaraja, and all the sages, and to congratulate them so that they are always in love with each other and be together until the end of life. And one more, to bear children soon and to have many of them. So the King Zhou, King Wen of Zhou, has hundreds of children and thousands of grandchildren. That's good too. But nowadays people have very few children. So that's why we have more elderlies and less youngsters. And the schools are closing down. So the two of you should save the earth. And also the humanity, I hope so, so under the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, I hope that you love each other forever. I hope that it will happen to both of you, that you would have eternal love. Now, I'll let you have a drink. So inviting His Holiness to bless the holy water. We're inviting the newlywed couple to drink the holy water. We're inviting the newlywed couple to exchange gifts. Now, Myoo has prepared 2 gifts, one for Harry and one for Aizen. So a golden wish-fulfilling scepter. This is for Harry. This is pearls of the highest grade necklace. This is for Aizen, for the bride and groom. These gifts are for you. We will not bring it back. Victim. So if you have any gifts for Harry and Aizen, you can give them if you prepare some gifts for them. Now let's give this to them. They would present the offering of Hatha to Grandmaster first. Be careful when you walk later. It's okay, you can just return to your seats. Please pay homage to the lineage root guru and the three jewels of the altar. Let's congratulate them and thank you to Grandmaster. Now, let's join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness for a precious Dharma teaching. Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus, to the Venerable Mang Liao-ming, to Master Saga Zengkong, to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa, and to Master Dubdan Georgie. And homage to the three jewels of the altar, and to the main deity of Homa today, Ragaraja. And Tanzen Jatlo Rinpoche, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma assistants, and directors of temples and chapters, and our disciples present here and over the webcast. Our participating VIPs are Madam to Ambassador Daniel Liao, the Taipei rep to Sweden, Dharma Sister Judy, producers for the Geni Densang Shinten from City ITV Taiwan, Dharma Sister Rebecca Xiaji, Dr. Zhou Heng, Dr. Ryan Zhuang, and from the Voices of Heaven Choir Group, Erica Chen, and the rep to the Council of Taipei City, Dharma Sister Hui Ling, and the daughter of the former Council of Kaohsiung City, Miss Shen. From Sweden, Dr. Liu Jie, and Dr. Luo Caihua, and the leaders from the chapter in Sweden, Dharma Sister Liu, Li Ching, and Simu's relatives and their friends, Lu Zhuoliang, and the son of Simu's sister, Guan Zhang. He's at the doctorate postgraduate school. He's always ranked first in his schooling. He's an exemplar student at the very famous university. And the advisor to the overseas sport, Miss Winnie. It was you who invited us, right? Because every time during street fair, often is Dharma Sister Winnie who treated us to lunch. And you came today. So you were the matchmaker. Good afternoon, everybody. How do you do? We're very happy today in Ragaraja and wedding. Those are all very joyous occasions. And first, I would like to announce next Sunday, July 9th, at 3 p.m., there would be the Hiking Guan Yin Homa fire offering ceremony. And this deity is extremely important. The Hiking Guan Yin is very important because True Buddha School highly revere Gawang Guan Yin Bodhisattva. So this deity is extremely important. You cannot miss becoming the primary supplicant. Ragaraja, Aizen. Aizen is very famous. His name. There was a famous movie called Aizen Katsuta, a Japanese movie. And this deity, Ragaraja, although he looks very ferocious, but his heart is strongly compassionate. But his outer look is very wrathful, but internally he's very compassionate. One face, 6 arms. He's wearing a crown with the cross Vajra scepter on. Red hair standing straight up, and with the formidable eyes, and 6 hands. The left hand, the pairs is the chanting bead and lotus, and then the second pair is bow and arrow, and the third pair, the left hand is holding the Vajra bell, and the right hand a Vajra scepter, higher than the bell. And entire body radiates a bright red light, and he is seated on a 1,000-petal lotus upon a nectar vase. The mudra, first you perform the inner wrist, and then you extend the middle fingers and you cross them. So this kind of mudra is rare. So a man and a woman touch. Very easy to remember. The mudra. The mantra, I remember the debut transmission of this deity was in Hong Kong. At that time, they had a music ensemble, and then everybody chanted the mantra together with the live music. And with the drums and guitar and trumpets, and then we chant Hom Cha Cha Hom Ra, Hom Cha Cha Hom Ra. So everybody is excited. Is to excite the feeling of love in everybody. It was organized by Master Chang-ren then. And Master Lian-Teng was the presiding master. And Lian-Teng now is already at the Buddha land. He showed himself to the second Venerable Elder of Tzu Chi Foundation, and he showed a whole body of golden light and showed himself to Tzu Zunzi. And Tzu Zunzi bowed and paid homage to Master Lian-Teng. So Master Lian-Teng now has reached the realm of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. That's truly great. So the whole Tzu Chi Foundation discovered that through spiritual cultivation of True Buddha School, they reach Buddhas and Bodhisattvas realm. It's quite shocking. I knew long ago that Master Lian-Teng would have attainment, and now it's Master Lian-Wen. And in the future, he would also have attainment. That in the future, he would also Siddha. And I also recognize that Master Chang-zi in the future would also become a Siddha. I have a premonition about it. And Master Changzi was this. He was holding the monk bag, and on it there were writings and said, being reborn in the Buddha country. And Master Lian-Wen, he appeared as an arhat. He actually had a tremendous spiritual power. And his heart is extremely kind. He's very kind-hearted, compassionate, and very helpful. So he helped even X. He helped X too. It's rare to find such a good person. But he recognized the right direction. When X was about to leave, she called him and attracted him to go with her. So on this international phone call, they spoke for 2 hours, over 2 hours. Wanted Lian-Wen to follow her and the whole PTT. But Lian-Wen has his own principle because he's often tricked and cheated. So he's used to it, and now he knew and he recognized a scam. So it's very simple: one guru, one refuge. How can you take refuge in this and that too? So Dharma brothers, it's in the 14 root downfalls. Vajra brothers cannot become guru and disciple. So once you have taken refuge in Grandmaster, you should not take refuge in your Dharma brothers and sisters. That would violate the basic 14 root downfalls. This is very important. And Ragaraja, basically, he's seated on a lotus, and below the lotus, that's his, how unique he is, that the lotus rises from the nectar vase. Only he has the nectar vase, and he's seated on top of the lotus. So that time, at the ceremony, he prepared a long speech. So he was reading it and reading it. And then his wife, his Dharma sister, told him, okay, that's it, you should stop. And he said, well, I haven't finished, so I cannot stop. And then she gave him a second notice, and he continued. And the third time, so I didn't have much time to teach because he used up all the time. And Master Lian-Teng was very earnest. The same with Master Lian-Wen too. Very earnest and sincere persons. So Ragaraja is a transformative body of Vajrasattva of the Dharma Prince. Or you can also say that when Vairocana Buddha entered into Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, that becomes Ragaraja. That's why he has great power. We have several Dharma princes. Guan Yin is a Dharma prince. Manjushri Bodhisattva is a Dharma prince. Samantabhadra Bodhisattva is a Dharma prince. From the Avantasaka realm, Manjushri and Samantabhadra. And Vajrasattva is the Dharma prince of the 5 Buddhas. And Vajrasattva transformed to become Ragaraja. So Ragaraja is also a Dharma prince. And Vairocana Buddha entered into the heart of Samantabhadra Bodhisattva and became Ragaraja. So that's why Ragaraja is also a Dharma prince. And he has an enormous Dharma power. Like Gurukuli Buddha Mother, he's holding bow and arrow. So during a Dharma practice, you hold the bow and arrow. And Ragaraja has many Dharma practices. So Ragaraja in Japanese Santrayana, or the Shingon of the Kobudaishi, Ragaraja is very, very famous, very popular. So he came from the 6 syllable she, and the pang becomes the lotus. And do you know what the nectar vase is? Typically speaking, it's belonging to the Amitayus, and the same with Amitabha. So the nectar vase of Amitabha Buddha, and you use the 6 syllable she, transformed from the she, and the lotus transformed from pang. Like for the sleep and dream yoga, with Om white light rises, with Ah red light rises, and with Hom blue light rises. And the 3 lights unite, and with Pang, this Pang, it would become the net of life, net of light. But for Ragaraja, with Pang, it becomes lotus. And the Hom becomes Ragaraja. So in Tibetan Tantrayana, for transformation, you start with the 6 syllable. So the nectar vase transformed from she, the lotus transformed from pang, and Ragaraja was transformed from home, red home. And his image I have mentioned earlier, and the mantra Hom Tza Tzu Hom Re. Hom Tza Tzu Hom Re. Please don't connect the first hom with the last re. And with the mudra, visualization, and the mantra, it comprises a practice procedure of a deity yoga in Tantrayana. Let me talk about Ragaraja's Dharma practices. It can help us to achieve spiritual union with our yidam. So he's like a mediator, like an intermediate. So in order to gain spiritual union with the deity, you first recite Ragaraja's mantra. He would help me to connect you with your yidam. So we can say that Ragaraja is like the intermediary to connect you with your yidam. So that would help you to connect with your yidam. So first, if you recite Ragaraja 300,000 times, it would be easy for you to gain spiritual union with the yidam. So second is the Dharma of elimination of the evil. You paint Ragaraja's image and then you hang it on the west wall. And after reciting 300,000 of Ragaraja's mantra, you facing the front, you visualize the person to be your enemy in front of you, and you perform shooting with the Ragaraja's bow and arrow. So this is called the Dharma for eliminating evil. And the key formula is that you have to do it in the afternoon of the Chu day, or the removal day, is to remove your enemies. And then the Dharma of drawing an image. You paint Ragaraja's image, so your whole concentration, your focus is on Ragaraja. Then you will be able to get the response with Ragaraja very easily. And then the Dharma of love and respect. When you perform Homa in a half circle, lotus, and everything has to be red, and you prepare all offerings, all have to be in red, and the 6 syllable and Ragaraja are red, and you throw 180 red lotus stamens into the Homa fire. And in chanting the mantra, you recite Hom Tza Hom Re, commanding a name of a person and another person to love and respect each other. So it's like a love spell. This is a good magic spell for love, commanding this person and that person to greatly love and respect each other. But people with evil intention should not do this, should not practice this Dharma. But if you're sincere, you can do that. And also the nectar Dharma and the carving an image Dharma. Many people who wear a carved image of Ragaraja, hoping that everybody they meet would love and respect them. And also the Dharma of detoxification. And also the Dharma of subjugating demons. And today, let's continue to talk about Lamdre. So here, it talks about the 3 paths of the broad, intermediate, and essential. On A, the teaching of the broad path. Based on the Vajra verses, it includes all its exposition on the common topics of all vehicles to teach on the 5 paths, 10 grounds, 37 body divisions. So what is the common vehicles? That means in Buddha Dharma, there's the common Dharma and the uncommon Dharma. So in Lamdre, it's all the same, that you need to learn the common Dharma. And what are they? The 5 paths, the 10 grounds, and the 37 body divisions. And what are the 5 paths? Very simple. As I have said before, first you practice the path of merit accumulation, and the path of the preliminary, and then the path of seeing the way or enlightenment, and then the path of practice, and then the ultimate path. The path of merit accumulation, the path of preliminary practices, the path of seeing the way, and the path of practice, and the ultimate path. Those are the 5 paths. And what are the 10 grounds? I use the Bodhisattvahood. There are many different explanations on 10 grounds. according to different schools, and in Tantrayana too, and Buddhahood too. But here we talk about the Bodhisattvahood 10 grounds. Wow. So it's from the ground of bliss all the way to the ground of and the 7th ground, immovable ground, and the Huayan ground. And there's several that I cannot remember, and the interpreter cannot remember either. So after, in your spiritual cultivation, once you reach a realm, then you would reach the 1st ground of Bodhisattvahood, and then 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. That's the Huayan ground. And then when you reach the 11th ground, that's the ground of marvelous awakening. That's Buddhahood. So above the 10th ground, the 11th ground, that's Buddhahood. And Bodhisattvahood is divided into 10 grounds. And what is the 37 Bodhi divisions? So you can check it on the internet what the 37 Bodhi divisions are. One is the 4 mind abidings and the 4 true, the 5 roots, the 5 powers, and the 8 noble paths. So that's a way of methods of spiritual cultivation. So the 4 mindfulness, and then the 4 correct discernments, and then the 4 transcendent travels, and then the 5 roots is of the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and body, and the 5 powers, and then the 7 kind of realizations, and the 8 noble paths. So altogether 37 Bodhi divisions or Bodhipakkhya Dhamma. These were all mentioned in the broad path. It also teaches on the cause of all meditations and the generation stages and the generation basic nature, their merits, benefits, obstructions, the eradication of obstructions, and the establishment of the divided realms, etc. I'm writing the book called Samadhi of all Samadhis. So all the key formulas are in this book. So it is a meditation with conscious or unconscious meditation. So say if we visualize Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, so then, or you visualize the sun and the moon or the stars or the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, that's, and your focus is on those, so it is a versed, so it's like a reverse meditation and a non-verse meditation, so that's even higher level. Then without any form or without any language you can enter into meditation. So visualization is also a kind of language. So we can say that the no language meditation is the outwardly path. That in this book I write it very clearly. So meditation is the true and real spiritual cultivation. And here it talks about the cause of meditations and generation stages. Why do you want to meditate? because you want to liberate yourself. You don't want to be in the rebirth cycle. You want to be liberated and abandon the 6 rebirth realms. And you have to rely on the power of meditation in order to get out from the rebirth realm. And only this is the real spiritual cultivation. Here, generation stages. So there's generation stages and the completion stage. Those with affinity, those with language or the versed one is called generation stages, and the one without language is called the completion stage. And it also talks about the merits, benefits, and how to eliminate obstructions, including the transcendent power or the ultra-sensory abilities. So if you entered into the first stage of meditation, then you would start to generate transcendent power. So whether you reach the first, second, third, or fourth level of meditation, you would have transcendent power. And you would start having it at the first level if you're in full concentration. If you concentrate on your ears, and the ears would have some transcendent power. If you focus on your eyes, then the eyes would have some transcendent power. Then you can hear 1,000 miles away, or you can see 1,000 miles away. And the transcendent power appears due to your concentration and focus. No big deal. If you are in full concentration, to the point there, all turnings stop, that even your breathing is almost gone. You almost stop breathing. And all your thoughts have been stopped. You have to reach this realm, and then the transcendent power becomes obstructions, and you need to eradicate them all. That's why I often said that transcendent power is just a small potato chip. It's no big deal. So at the first level of meditation, with concentration, you already generate transcendent power. So when people show that kind of supernatural power, they always quiet themselves. And then they turn their thought. Sometimes something appears. When they perform the transcendent power, when they have this kind of psychic ability or kung fu power, they quiet themselves, they form a mudra. This is the Marichi mudra, right? Manichi mudra. Oh, Manichi Soha, concentration. Quiet down. And the whole body will disappear. So they have such power. In the past, Nagarjuna learned this. He could become invisible. So today, at Ragaraja, let's talk about a joke. Let's tell a joke. What kind of a joke about Ragaraja? I heard through the grapevine. Oh, again. Everybody will say, oh, again. You know, if I don't talk about her, I become energetic talking about her. I heard that one day she went to Hong Kong. and she visited Master Tupten Dorji at the Ching Buddha's attic. Master Tupten Dorji was still alive then, and exclaimed that Master Tupten Dorji asked her to become his consort. You know, but that's like a common Zen, that every time he sees a beautiful lady, he would always say, "Come, marry me." Like Ai Hua, she told me too that the Si Gong, which is the guru of the guru, asked me to marry him. Then you would become the wife of my guru. And Grace also went to visit Master Tupten Dorji. What? The dog was barking. And Master Tupten Dorji told Grace, "Come on, marry me." But this time, it's different. He said, he asked X to become his consort. And X replied, "I want to ask my guru first. Ask Grandmaster." You know, this is very interesting because she never asked me for anything, and yet she said that she would ask me. She said all this herself. Who heard her say this? Please raise your hands. Oh, Chun Hui. She's the one who told me. So she said that she was going to ask Grandmaster. But in reality, she did not ask me. But she said that she asked me. And she said, I told her, please don't become consort of my guru's guru, but become my consort instead. The first part I can believe because Master Tupten Dorji's pet phrase is always asking girls to marry him or to become his consort or to become his wives. He always kid around like that. He always kidded around like that. However, the last part that Grandmaster said that please don't become the consort of my guru, just become my consort. You know, in my life, I never said anything like that. So that's her lies. She lied. That's her lie. She lied to you, saying that Grandmaster wanted her to become Grandmaster's consort. But think about it. Do I like to hug a water barrel? That's not me. I wouldn't be so thirsty that I want a water barrel. And then I heard the reason why she did not become my consort was because of Simu. Simu interrupted, so she did not become my consort. It should be true because Chun Fei was on the board of X chapter and she was also her close attendant. So today, Ragaraja, because of Ragaraja, I thought of this joke. I wouldn't be so desirous that even someone like this I would want. It's rather impossible. I would like a water barrel. Water barrel. A water barrel, not water bucket. That's impossible. Grandmaster has a high requirement. Not so easy. I am very innocent and very pure in my love. You know those 3 books that I wrote? Have you read them? Talking to the Moon? See how my heart is? So dumb, like a fool, but very pure and innocent. You know those 3 books, Talking to the Moon, The Flow of the Moon River, and what was the other one? And The Diary of Dreams. These 3 books Grandmaster wrote about Grandmaster's love. It's very hard to... Love is very hard. There are lots of twists and turns, but for Grandmaster it's always satisfying. And Grandmaster's faith is very stable, very strong, and very decisive. Because I have the power, the decisiveness power. I can write books, I can practice, I can teach Dharma, I can do my Dharma work. And I'm very serious in my book writing, in my practice, and in my love. I'm always very serious. So those, if anyone understanding Grandmaster's heart would understand Ragaraja's heart. So think about it. X said that Master Lian-Wen has no power in his Bardo deliverance because the PTT asked X to go to deliver there. Because Bardo deliverance is very difficult because you have to rise them to become to the heavens or to become an arhat or bodhisattvas or Buddhas. But it's easy to Bardo deliver down. You know, she claimed that she has power in her Bardo deliverance because she deliver down instead of up. Because X deliver all the spirits to become ghosts, and Lian-Wen has no power. But I said that Lian-Wen can be reborn in the Buddha land, but I never said that X will be reborn in the Buddha land. Why do I praise Lian-Wen to be reborn into the Pure Land in front of X and never mention X to become a bodhisattva or to become a Buddha or to be reborn in the Buddha land? I never mention any of those about X because what she did, they were all do-re-mi. What are do-re-mi? This is called do-re-mi. Just boasting. All just boasting. But I praise Master Lian-Wen that he can be reborn in the Pure Land. And she was there listening. And I never said that she has become a bodhisattva or Buddha. Why? Because I knew that she was like this, do, re, mi, just blowing the horn, just boasting, bragging, that she has such great power, and she's connected to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. You know, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas? That's too much. You know, after Homa, she would say, oh, that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas said that for the next Homa, you have to prepare how many dishes and how much offerings. And the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas needed these offerings. That's wrong. Only ghosts want to eat your offerings. You're very diligent in your homas. That's right. Why? Because the goats ask for them. And she asked people to prepare how many dishes and have to be made by themselves. Because the ghost wanted to eat, not the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas don't. You know, in the heavenly realms, just with one thought, the dishes would appear. So you transform what you want, you get what you transform. Because in heavens, you have so much pleasure to enjoy, and you still ask for your offering in the human realm? No, that's wrong. So, but in your Dharma offering, you use your heart to make the offering. Like you use your heart to enter into the Homa fire. That would be the true offering. It's not that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas want to eat your offerings. You know? How good could your offering be? Even it's the best kind of food, like lobsters and sea cucumber and shark fins and stuff. They're just symbols. You know, in Tantrayana, if you use your heart, then that would be the best offering. So the highest kind of offering is when you offer your heart. What does it mean? When you're earnest and sincere. And then the highest kind of offering is your Dharma practice. So when you do your Dharma practice and you have purified yourself, then that would become the greatest offerings with the greatest merits. So by cooking a few dishes, she asks for a number of dishes that you have to offer. And when the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas see your heart and see your sincere heart, they would accept your offerings, not from the physical dishes. Because doesn't matter how tasty the food is, it's incomparable to the food in heavens. The delicious food on earth is way far off from the delicious food in heavens. Because for the heavenly beings, for all their daily needs, they get whatever they can just transform what they want. So she does not even know this. So actually, all her Homa offerings were offered to the ghost. So it's just this, do, re, mi. So you still need, so the heavenly beings still need your offerings. The Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas still need your offerings. They get just with one thought, one transformation. Like the Golden Mother's banquet. All the food are divine, heavenly stuff, not the dirty stuff from the mundane world. So those who like the mundane food are just the ghosts. So you were tricked by the ghosts, saying that they need whatever dishes. Then they were not to be eaten by the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. They were for the ghost. So during the 7th month of the lunar calendar, all the offerings were for the ghost, like in Taiwan. The teacher asked Xiao Zhu, please tell us which poet that you admire most, or the Qiyuan, the nationalists. Why? Because all the other poets died and all they left is just poems for us to memorize. But Qiyuan is the coolest, because when he passed away, now we have 3-day holidays. So do you know what ghosts like most? All the dishes from the mundane world, and also pee and poo. The teacher asked Xiaoming, can you swim? And Xiaoming said no. And the teacher said, even the dogs can swim. You're even worse than the dogs. And then Xiaoming asked the teacher, well, can you swim? And the teacher said, yes. And Xiaoming said, then what's the difference between the dogs and you then? So Xiaoming is smart. So we should be smart. Don't be misled by the bragging and the boastfulness. So think about it. You don't have to think using your brain. You can just think using your knees. You know, the fireflies have waited for her for 110,000 years for X to Bardu deliver them. You know, at New Zealand, there's like a tourist place where you get on the boat and get into a cave, and there are lots of fireflies, and all the fireflies collected, waiting for her for 110,000 years for her Bardu deliverance. So 110,000 years ago, Sakyamuni Buddha has not been born, and nobody knew about Bardu deliverance then, but the fireflies knew. So even thinking with your knees, you would know that's just like boastfulness. And she said, like Gu Yin said, she claimed that she's been cultivating spiritually for 30 million years. Were they human beings? 30 million years ago. So what was she then? So China history is only 5,000 years. So, but yet she's been. So, what a brag. So if she could show her spiritual cultivation for 30 million years, that would be like an antique. And we can sell, because X has lived for 30 million years. So if we sell X, we can ask the scientists to prove she has lived for 30 million years. My wife often argued with me, and sometimes she also used her hands. So because I chose this marriage, I have to suffer. I have to continue. But this morning, my wife asked me for divorce, and I cried. And then she asked me, why did you cry? And I replied, because my joy came too suddenly. So there's also a story about X about this. One day, she went to my True Buddha Tantric quarter at the consultation room, and she said, I have prepared everything. I want to establish my own religious school that belonged to me. And I give her everything. What is it that you want? And she said, if the Sansong chapter wanted to follow me, sure, go ahead. And the Thupten City Rinpoche from Taiwan wanted to follow me, and I said, sure, go ahead. Because my joy came too suddenly. And in my heart, I thought, maybe she would have waited until I went into retreat or after I pass away. How come you are so impatient? I don't have much time left, right? Just a few years. And then if you rebel, then that's fine. You can raise your own flags, and then if you have waited, then True Buddha school would be all under you. So why did you make me feel that the joy came too suddenly? And you said that you wanted to establish your own school. So, but good thing that you showed your true color. So I felt very pleased because I knew way before things broke. The book that I wrote was called Visiting the Great Master. And inside that book, I wrote about her a lot already. Don't you know? Do you know this? I often said, open your eyes, be wise. Who is extending their territories? Who has abandoned lineage? Who's asking for money or threatened to get something? Who? These 3 points. Open your eyes. Who's asking for money? Who has abandoned lineage? And who is extending territories? If you open your eyes, who would that be? I've talked about it on the Dharma talks and also in that book, Talking to the Great Master. And then those with psychic ability, you know, I was writing about X, several articles, all about her. I knew long ago. I have noticed the tail of the fox. People said drinking milk can make you strong. But after drinking 5 glasses of milk, and you try to push the wall, and the wall stays. But if you drink 5 glasses of sorghum wine with 58 proof, and without pushing, the wall would move by itself. So let me tell you, nowadays the wall can move by itself. The wall eventually walks away, and I'm so happy. I'm too happy. So thank you to His Holiness for the precious Dharma teaching. In a moment, there will be the empowerment for Ragaraja. During the empowerment, please remember to visualize the deity, form the mudra, and recite the mantra. And this ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
让我们以热烈的掌声感谢师尊。顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼回天心三印。二拜诸菩萨。Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼回天心三印。三拜诸护法金刚。Om Ah Hom 观想顶礼回天心三印。四平等一起手。护摩法会圆满吉祥结束了，感谢根本传承上师的大加持，感谢师母、诸位上师、教授师、法师、讲师、助教、贵宾、同门善信大德的护持，谢谢大家，阿弥陀佛。We now conclude this live broadcast. Thank you for viewing.